All right, week 13, bin 3. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing I did back in the bin 2 video. I'm just gonna give you a quick recap of what we're doing, what's going on, just in case you didn't see the videos this week for bin 1 or bin 2. This fuzzy bunny, it's a Chinese white bun that I threw half of into bin number 2, and this other one went here into bin 3. The reason I did that is because there was a lot of babies in here the last time we checked. And if they needed some place to go that was maybe warm, I was hoping maybe this might do it. Right now it just looks like a fuzzy wuzzy or anything else, but in bin 2 it did appear that there was a lot of worms underneath there. Whether the babies have actually migrated there or not, I don't know. The castings look amazing. And in fact, it's so weird, you guys. Bin 3 for the longest time was the problem child. It looks better than bins 1 and 2 both. I'm almost sad to have to fold a bunch of bin 1's contents in here, but it's absolutely necessary at this point. So anyway, what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be putting a full-size cardboard bottom in, and this is going to be to absorb moisture and also to act as insulation to help keep the bin warm during the cold season here. After that's done, the remaining contents of bin 1 is going to be folded in with bin 3 here. So there's going to be an inclusion of worms, bedding, the castings from bin 1, everything is coming in here and just getting mixed in to try to help dry things out and just maybe accelerate the process a little, because there will be an increase in the worm population. After that is done, I'm going to give it a small feeding because there is going to be more worms in here. And then lastly, I'm going to be giving it a nice leaf cover, not full size like this, but crushed up leaves of these kinds of leaves on top of the materials, just to try to insulate it that much further for warmth. We're getting ready to go into about a 30-degree swing later on this week. It's going to be about mid-80s during the day, and it's supposed to get down into the mid-50s at night. So that's an extreme swing for these worms, and I want to do everything I can to protect them. So with all that being said, let's dig in. First, fuzzy wuzzy. Yeah, look at that. Lots of worms, full-size worms, babies. I kind of thought that might happen. That's why I threw it in here just as a test. I'm sure there's probably salt that's been used in the ingredients to make this bun with, so that's also just to show you that I wouldn't take table salt and just like, sprinkle it. No, don't do that. But I mean, they can tolerate a certain degree of sodium. I wouldn't recommend it because it burns their skin and it can kill them. So just want to be really, really careful with that. I mean, even the vegetables we give to them to consume have sodium in them naturally. So it's okay. I wanted to make mention of that fact though. Look at these castings. Wow. You guys, look at that. And I don't know if those are cocoons or not, but I see things that look like they could be cocoons. But look at these castings, they're beautiful. I really should have harvested some of this out at this point, but that's okay. All right, so let's not dilly-dally. I already learned my lesson with bin 2. We're gonna get this stuff moved over and fluffed up. I'm gonna get the cardboard in, we'll get the worms in, the feeding in, dry leaves, and we'll be done. Last video was kind of long, but I do want to make just a quick check of the worms. Castings are wet, but they look really nice. But as you can see, the worm population is looking really good. Got a good mixture of sizes in here, and yeah, they look really good. So let's keep going. Yeah, a lot of the food is scattered about. It's not in the center any longer, but got a good population. Both bins 2 and 3 had a slight smell. I will say that they've got a very slight smell. Bin 1 does as well. It's because of the wetness, and that's why doing this, fluffing it up like this, is really important to do from time to time. You just gotta fluff things up because otherwise they will go anaerobic. That's what that smell is. So let's get this done here, and then we'll get the cardboard down first before I put bin 1's contents in. Alright, let's go to the other side. Okay. Yeah, really wet, but Beautiful looking castings, but just really wet. Unfortunately, break up this bun of fun. I don't know if there's any worms inside it or not. Yeah, there are. So, too crazy. Like that. Sorry, I don't mean to mumble, guys. I was just saying not gonna get too crazy or anything like that. Okay. Yep. Big worms, small worms. Got them all in here. Nice size adults to smaller size babies. I really don't want the, well, and this is why I brought these little tubs, was in case I found a school of young. I wanted to put them in those little plastic tubs I brought over, but they're showing up more individually like they did the other week. Anything else? All right, let's get this done as best I can. Yeah, this is kind of extreme for them. Just make sure there's no worms here. Okay. All right. Sorry, buddy. Start sliding it over so I can pull him through. I want to get everything over here first. Unlike what I did in bin 2, where I had everything lined up underneath it. It'll still work, even though that was the case, but what I ultimately wanted to do was this, just get everything over here, like this, and then make sure I don't have any worms in the path where I'm going to slide. As best I can, make sure I don't, and then just pull it through. Okay. There we go. Nice fit. That's what I should have done with bin 2. Oh well. Live and learn. Okay. It is time to bring over bin 1. Here we go. A little at a time. You gotta remember, bin 1 had a lot of bedding in it already, so that's another reason why I'm not adding additional bedding into this. And plus the feeding zone that I'm gonna set up will have the solid pieces from bin 1, from the bottom of bin 1 that was put in before. Make sure nobody gets left behind over there as far as the worms go. And unlike bin 1, I don't want to make the same mistake and have any of this cardboard on the sides or on the, like this stuff here that's coming over. I don't want any of this to be exposed. I want to make sure it's buried underneath, just folded in. Same with the new stuff I just brought in as well. Okay, getting there. 5 or 6 handfuls still left. For the rest of the day. Do everything I can to make sure nobody gets left behind here. Kind of grouping it all together. The worms seem to they obviously are in the bedding, so to get them to come out of bin 1 from the bedding is really the goal here at this point. Sorry if this is really obscured the camera angle, you guys. I just would rather get as much in the bin and away from the floor as possible. Okay, yeah, there's going to be a remnant in here that I'm going to need to get, but I'm going to do that off camera so I don't put you guys to sleep. So that's it for right now. I'll get the rest of them off camera. Okay, so that is the complete contents of bin 1, distributed now between bins 2 and 3. There we are. Now, feeding time. Let's get it set up. Smoothing it over later. Some trough. You can already see bugs on this cardboard that I brought over. I'm down here now. Actually, you know what? I did this on the other one too. I should do it here. I'm going to bring it up to the new cardboard that I have down here. Yeah, right there. Okay. All right. Now lay that in. Okay. All right. Eating time. How about a little paper? This one gets its own mango pit. Punk. Bunch of cabbage. Very own lime wedge, wrapped up in paper. Banana peels. Rice. Rice is a sticky one. And the remainder of the banana peels. Okay. And that is that. Covered up. All right, and their feeding is now done. Sorry for the mumbling, guys. I'm just thinking to myself right now. I really hope this works, but boy does it look wet. Holy cow, does it look wet. And yeah, I've got some worms to definitely fish out of bin 1 still, so gonna be a little busy off camera. And that's okay. You guys get the gist of what I was doing. It's not a big deal. So now it's time to apply our leaf materials and wrap it up. Now you're probably thinking also, you didn't really put any grit in there. You're right, I didn't, but there's been a lot of grit that's been added over the past couple of weeks between the powderized eggshell and the compost that I've added in. There's more than enough grit in here. And I think the fact that they're consuming less and less right now in the cold season, it's going to be less and less of an issue. but I want to make sure that I definitely get as much of these in there as possible, just to try to keep the bins as warm as possible. Probably could have put more in bin 2 now that I'm looking at it. Make sure I had enough for both. I've got that full-size leaf. I think I'll crush it up and put it in bin 2 after we wrap things up here. But this is just to try to insulate things a little bit. It's going to keep the moisture in, but you know what? It's also going to keep the warmth in. So I have no issue with it. And it's like I've said many times before, I'd rather that they were warmer and wetter than hot or too cold and really dry. That is it. We have our full-size cardboard bottom in the bottom of the bin. We have the contents of bin 1 now added to bin 3, the remaining contents. There was a small feeding that's been given to it, and now it's got a nice leaf cover to try to help keep things warm as we get ready to go into this really drastic, potentially drastic weather change coming up. And that's it. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you'll like and share the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and hit the bell notification icon so you can be alerted when I upload new content. And wherever you are in this world today or tonight, you take care. Bye for now.